Good morning, everybody. Good Tuesday morning. Thank you for being here at Mornings in Meridian with us. Thank you for experiencing the two best local live radio. Thank you for joining us at 102.1 FM on the radio dial. Yes, they still make radios. And it's good to tune in and hear your favorite news talk program. So that's good. Also, thank you for joining us online at WALTmeridian.com. If you're sitting at your desk at home or office, or if you just got that app downloaded there from WALT right there, that WALT app. Thank you for joining us there. Also, I think there's still Facebook. Are you still there? Yeah, okay. There's a couple of you out there. Hey, how you doing? All right. We're glad you're here. It's time to get started. I'm Roger B. Say hi to. Here he is, our main man from Meridian. He knows all, sees all, but still gets the same salary. Say hi to Rob Atkinson. That's right. I knew I could push the button there.
Yeah, don't
push too hard. Good to see you, sir. And of course, here he is. He is not just a radio star, but he is also a star in the kitchen because the kitchen doesn't hardly move at his restaurant. He's there. Say hi to Charles Fraser.
The kitchen never moves, actually. It's always
How are you doing?
I'm good. How about you? How was the vacation?
Whoa. Why?
How long?
Oh, why is it that just because I wasn't here on Monday, it's extended vacation?
It was Thanksgiving last week. Everybody else very, very long.
Well, you know that.
Is that an unfair?
I was distraught.
Oh.
You know I'm sensitive. I've been told I'm sensitive.
I remember that conversation.
Yeah. Well, okay. I was distraught
a little bit.
When I learned Sunday night that my president, Joe Biden, the president of the United States, went back on his word and said, at first he said it was not going to pardon his son, and then did it. I just couldn't. I couldn't come in. I just couldn't. I was so amazed. Who would have seen this coming?
Sure.
I was beside myself. A sitting president would go back on his word.
Amazing.
And I just said, well, what's this country coming to? And thank you all for allowing me the time to kind of.
Were you mourning, or what exactly was the?
No, I was distraught. I was so down and so discouraged that this could possibly happen in America.
And you got over it.
That a politician in office would say one thing and do another in this great land. And I just. Now, see, I'm dwelling. See, I'm kind of sinking back into that haze again. You know, I'm dwelling. I'm sorry. I should move on. And that's what I'm doing.
Well, that's what I understood.
That's what I was doing. Actually, my comments at home before I left was, it's like, hey, you're the president. It's your son. What are you going to do?
Right.
Come on.
Well, what I find very interesting is obviously pardon Sunday night.
I don't know that's
no, that's great because yesterday they announced a $725 million security assistance package for Ukraine.
Well, there you go.
But then, of course,
assistance package.
Right.
Okay.
We're going to send them $725 million more.
Okay.
And the day after he pardons Hunter from any sort of criminal investigation over his ties to Ukraine and Burisma and all that investigation.
He's getting a kickback.
It's just odd timing there, don't you think?
Stuff in their pocket.
Yeah, I think a little bit.
That's
well,
how can the Bidens make it rain on themselves? Oh, okay.
Right.
How about another 8 packet? All right. All right. There's a winner.
Almost $1 billion.
That's right. You and your son and your wife, who, by the way, didn't do that good a job with the Christmas tree last year. You'll be able to retire to Delaware with how many million of that? 725?
It'll be American in Ukraine. Bye. That's not fair.
Beats the Kelly in the Mock Club.
Let me tell you what, I think Joe Biden is so happy that all this is coming down the way it is that he's feeling so good. I think he's going to invite his estranged granddaughter to the Christmas dinner.
Wow.
Yeah, think he should. I think he should. He should be so elated.
Mhm.
Yeah. I guess strange may not be the word.
Speaking of Christmas,
The unclaimed.
have you seen Jill's Christmas tree? Rob's kind enough. I don't know. But anyway, he
was that an act of kindness that he showed us?
It was an act of kindness.
What was that, Rob?
Yeah, sure.
Now, if you happen to be on Facebook, Rob's holding it up to the screen. There it is.
So before, after, and after. Well, we'll be again.
Well, you got one that says Jill Biden as the tree for this year, and then Melania in 2018.
Well, okay. Well,
wow.
Mm.
Not even close.
Well,
I don't even know what that is. Like a carousel.
It's carnival.
Say Zane might like that tree.
Zane probably
it makes me think of a merry-go-round.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, merry-go-round.
Yeah.
Looks like it. Okay. I wonder if there's music in the room.
Wow. Carnival.
Carnival. That's the best I can do with carnival music.
Okay, in the pantry.
Yeah. Rob knows how to put a big peel on that scab. He just likes to do that kind of thing.
Just ugly.
Now,
Weird is what that is. You know. But
you know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Fair enough. Works for some.
It was an ugly tree anyway.
It should suffer the same fate, in my opinion. But anyway.
Oh, we just can't have anything to say about the Bidens, can we? We just can't. Well, say, hey, they're leaving.
Well, I was impressed
down
when Joe Biden welcomed Trump into the White House. Oh, that was a good move, and he seemed to be genuinely happy for Trump. And I'm not sure exactly why.
I think
maybe it was a way of flipping off the whole party.
I was right. You should have put me
That's
up
right. There you go. See, told you so.
I believe he's in that zone. I think he's in the zone of, I've known all along that our party has to redefine itself, and I'm just going to enjoy this chance to put him in that position.
Well,
how's that?
He did. Well, she did, but anyway.
But in all seriousness, it was kind of funny because everybody you talk to about the forgiving or pardoning is the word for Hunter Biden. I said, who did not see that coming? I mean, everybody you talk to is like, yeah, okay, yeah, we knew that. I mean,
I think what was extraordinary about it was the scope of pardon. And it was the sweeping, just everything that he may have done.
Hey, go big or go home.
Years,
or go big before you go home.
Right. As opposed to a specific crime and commuting sentences, which is usually how the pardons work.
That would include drug deals and everything else like that.
Anything he may have done. I guess traffic tickets.
Does that pardon him for having the grandchild with the prostitute?
Ethically, morally? And they bring the grandchild? I mean, or
that's what I said. Maybe the grandchild gets to come to Christmas family get together now.
Yeah, well, I doubt it. I mean, should.
Hang on.
Yeah. Wow, there he goes. Holding his breath. Running blue.
Mornings in Meridian. Our number here is 601-485-9191. Let's take a phone call. Good morning. Welcome to our show.
Hey, Lucky here. Beat has been bad. I can't believe it.
Okay, this is not a competition.
But you did win.
We appreciate all of our listeners equally. Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm clear.
Clarence. What's your Victor? Victor.
I'm just wondering if what went down with the pardon is Biden going to cover himself as well when it comes to all those deals and business deals that were, included.
Well, here's
is that going to exempt him from any further prosecution?
Well, I'm not saying that Hunter doesn't have a good relationship with his father, but just think how much Hunter does have on his dad.
Yeah,
I mean that's
the big guy.
The big guy. Yeah. It's like I don't think this ever happened behind the scenes, but and of course Biden's political future is basically over anyway. But but he knows it could cramp the speaking engagements that Joe Biden is going to be. They're going to be calling up Joe Biden just right and left to come and be a speaker at
stumble and mumble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I wonder how much of that is really going to happen.
Probably not all.
Well, if he is not held accountable,
it'll be a mumble engagement.
what does that really say about the American justice system? Is that some people get prosecuted and some people don't, no matter what they do.
Who is he being held accountable? You mean Joe or Hunter?
Joe Biden,
Yeah. Well,
Senior.
yeah, and I think the real question is, if Hunter Biden is immune from any prosecution, is he also immune from any investigation? In fact, is there any point in going through any investigation with no goal in sight? In other words, why would you investigate somebody if you can't prosecute them anyway? And the only way to really figure out what happened is through investigating Hunter, what happened with Joe, as far as his influence with Burisma and the whole Ukraine deal. If the only way to really attack it is by investigating Hunter, which you can't really do because there's no goal, then maybe that does kind of protect Joe from investigation and prosecution. It shouldn't, but it seems that Hunter's the only one. If Joe's smart, then Hunter's the only one who really committed a crime, and that's a big if. Joe was smart. But I suspect that's the way that went down. Was Hunter's the one who got paid and peddled the influence, and so he's the one who's culpable, but he's also now immune.
What was it, about 25 of them, and the whole family, the whole extended family benefited from it. There's something wrong with that not being prosecutable.
Amen.
I mean, it really is.
I agree.
Like if I'm late with my taxes, they're coming after me, buddy. I can't get a pardon from anybody.
Nope.
And I just think it's wrong. And it just tells me that if you're high enough up the chain, you don't get what hell's bells. Look at Hillary.
Okay, now all right. Now I hear what you're saying. I'm hearing what you're saying.
Still walking around. Al Sharpton owes over $1 million in
Okay.
back taxes, and they're still out walking around.
I know. Look, you're the president of the United States. You're the president, and you're about to leave office. You're at the end of your career. Maybe who knows how far from the end of whatever.
Life.
But that was I was trying not to say that.
Right.
But and then you have the power before leaving office to pardon your own son from whatever. And there was some political charging. It was a political environment.
Roger, did they say no one's above the law?
So I know that. But you put yourself in that situation, and your son is being charged. Would you not pardon your son before you left office?
If I had said that I wouldn't pardon him, I wouldn't pardon him. And if I was going to do it, I wouldn't have said that I would not. That I wouldn't pardon him. Whatever.
If you can't go back on your word, you're not a politician.
Yeah, right. What do you want? From the politicians? I mean, really?
Yeah.
I just, I think it's sent the wrong signal. But if you're running out of time, you got to get out of jail card, and even when Joe checks out, his whole family is still going to benefit from all the millions of dollars that he spread around to his brother and his other brother and whatever. And they're not going to take any legal repercussions from him selling out this country to a communist country. And why do you never did go after kind of like Trump did? It's pretty obvious, I thought.
Well, it's great to be the king, as they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see the best economic time this country has ever seen from day one.
What's going to happen to Trump when he sees that pardon and raises it by 562 for the January 6th bunch?
I think he should release everybody. I mean, what did the Democrats say when Biden did what he did?
Yeah.
I mean, is there any real argument?
Oh, there will.
You pardon your son out of all those things.
This will be the crack in the armor that the Democrats can start jumping on. This will be. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I kind of think it will. Yeah.
I think it will. And
I don't
think
know.
It should.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's cold outside, and I'm not taking a dirt nap. So how bad can it be?
They may convince Trump to hold off until after the midterms before he does that.
About the nap?
No, about the
release.
The release. Yeah.
Well, I think you should look at each case individually.
That's true.
Not do a blanket.
Ronald Reagan and the hostages in Iran.
I still want to know. I want somebody to tell me who shot Ashley Babbitt. That's all I want to know. Just tell me that.
Who what?
Shot Ashley Babbitt.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Who's that?
never know who shot JFK, but
Well, I wanted that one too. I wanted that one too,
name.
but I've worked on that for years, and I'm still can't
Yeah.
come out. You know, it's just I've got it narrowed down to 6.
6. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
And Lee Harvey's not one of them. That's strange. Anyway, that's a whole different story.
Personally, I think Lee Harvey was a patsy.
Well, there's a lot of evidence that has come out suggesting that.
Well, the reason I say that is that gun that he used was a piece of junk. An Italian Carcano that was obsolete before World War II even started. And if you're going to take out somebody that important, you would at least have the best weapon you can have, and that was not it. I mean, it was a slur.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But anyway.
Anyway, there you go. It didn't maybe get you on that rabbit hole, but yeah, that's a good one. All right. My fault. All right. Well, listen, thank you for the.
Much after clip number 2, you know what I mean?
All right. You have yourself a good one, sir.
Listen in. Y'all have a good one.
All right. Listening in. I like that. If you're listening in, you'll hear great names like Gary Barber and Gayla Gartman and all the folks down there like Nikki and people that just help make sure that you get all the plumbing parts and services you need from Barber and Son Plumbing.
That's
I'm in a room with the pirates from the Caribbean all of a sudden.
Well, I think they're from the Caribbean. Anyway, Barbara and Son Plumbing, that's right. Been in business for over 80 years. They know what they're doing at this point. Conveniently located 1123 26th Avenue. Give them a call, 614-827-0023. They're happy to come to your home or business and do those repairs. Or if you're a do-it-yourselfer, even if you're not a do-it-yourselfer, but you think you are, bring your part or take a picture of the part that's broken down to Gary Barber, and he will sell you the right part to replace it. And I mean the right part, not close to the right part, because you need the exact right part. And we'll give you detailed instructions on how to fix it. It's just that easy. Go down and see him, 1123 26th Avenue, 601-482-7023. Barber and Son Plumbing.
That's a good one.
To the Pirates and the Plumbers use.
Hey, good peoples. All right. Well, we're 21 days, 16 hours, and 33 minutes away.
You shut your mouth.
From knowing whether Jennifer Branning or Mr. Kitchens. You didn't see where I was going with that, did you?
What's going to happen there?
That was the days till Christmas. It may take that long before we know who won that race, huh?
It's not a lot to report on that. I mean,
counting votes. They're counting votes.
Counting votes is all we know. So.
Out of 100 and how many thousand votes cast? It was a bunch. But, you know, so I keep opening my phone each morning or checking the web. Say, all right, how did this turn out? Crickets.
Yeah, I forget about it. I'm like, oh yeah, whatever happened with that, and we still don't know.
Still have no idea.
I just hope that each one has people supervising the counting because it's so narrow. The margin is so narrow that yes, there could be some trickery if somebody were so inclined. 601-485-9191 is the talk line. Good morning, caller. Welcome to our show.
MAGA morning, true American patriot.
Oh, man. Boy, do you think you could really do this in 3 minutes?
Well, I may have to call back.
Yeah, that's the warning.
When I was a little boy, my daddy told me a man's word was his bond, and if his word wasn't any good, it wasn't either. Biden family, POS, always a POS. And when Trump gets in charge, I'd investigate everybody up there. What he needs to do, I like what Elon Musk is going to be doing, but we need to have a council on un-American activities and prosecute these people.
McCarthy.
And literally, no one is above the law. And so, just because you're a demon cat doesn't give you free reign. And now since Trump is going to be the leader, and we're hopefully heading America into a different direction, not down the road of perdition, stand these people up for what charges you can bring against them. And yes, have no mercy on your enemy and expect none in return. Look what they've done to Trump. Go in there with vengeance in your heart and take them down. But no, this is absolutely par for the course. Because you can always tell when a demon crab lies, their lips are moving.
Oh.
Yeah, and they wanted to wear the mask because the same treatment comes out of both ends.
Well, I don't know how it was arranged. I don't know if there was a deal made when he stepped down that Kamala would take care of it, and then he would have to go back on his word. And since he lost, was he just going to go ahead and do it? I don't know all of what all happened.
It was a scam from the get-go. And just like Lefty said, if I was going to party, I might have done it time before now. But he sit there and play people for a fool like the demon cats always do because they expect you to be a fool. And like I said, stand by what you believe in your convictions. They wanted to show the tough love and nobody's above. And then, folded like a cheap lawn chair, of course.
Now, what he could have done was made Kamala president like they were suggesting, and then let she do it. Then he wouldn't have to do
but
that.
I don't know. She wouldn't have done it anyway. He would have done it as his last act. Because for her, it's not politically speaking to do it.
Yeah, there's a new sheriff in town, and there's going to be a big change in America. It needs to be. And here it is. I'd investigate the whole Biden family, the link with the Ukraine and the gas company his goofy son supposedly worked for. I think one of the people was on the board of that company said his dog was smarter than Hunter Biden, and I would probably go with that. But never trust a demon pet. But on the deal about the bar, boy, Jerry and Greg, they put the plumbing in Caesar's Palace. Not the one in Las Vegas, the one in Rome.
There you
and
go.
Fix it. Dial up there is your next best choice.
There you go. All right. A good kind of a sideways plug for our sponsor, Caesar's Palace. I'm not talking about Vegas. I'm talking about Rome. That's it. We're going to take a break. Come back. I'm Roger. Yeah, I come to work today. Don't get used to it. I enjoyed the Advent calendar, Rob. We'll have to describe what some of the items are that are coming out of the Christmas vacation Advent calendar that Charles so nicely provided for.
It's the blessing. They want to say the blessing.
A group named after a cardio condition. Restless heart. Heart attack. Oh, yes. Welcome back. We have played a little Restless Heart this morning. Paul Gregg from the group is 70 years old today on this, the 3rd day of December. So happy birthday if it's your birthday. Other birthdays include Daryl Hannah, the actress, 64, from the movie Splash. You might remember.
I like him. Daryl.
Daryl, you like him?
Something a trans thing.
Yeah, there you go.
Who knows? All right.
Well, what about Brendan Fraser? He's 56 today.
Not related.
The Mummy franchise, I guess.
Mummy.
Mummy. Let's see other birthdays. I think that's about it. Oh, Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, that's my face.
Kind of reminds me of Joe Biden.
He's having a birthday. He's 76 years old. It's going to be good.
What?
Okay.
And Olympic skater Katarina Witt.
Oh, the beat.
59 years old today. She won 2 Olympic gold medals for East Germany.
Won our heart.
First at the 1984 Sarajevo Olympics and the second one in 1988 at the Calgary Olympics.
All right.
She's a 4-time world champion, 1984, 85, 87, 88. Twice world silver medalist in 82 and 86. And there you go.
Okay.
A little bit of background on Katarina Witt. Yeah, this is good, yeah. All right, we're so glad you're out there. Roger here, along with Rob, on this wonderful December, along with Charles as well. Just a great, we're just kind of speeding into the Christmas season, aren't we?
Yeah.
You know, made the joke about the number of days of Christmas, kind of matching the number of days that we'll find out who won the
years
now.
We'll find that out.
Zena chiming in there online or on the text saying, who's counting the votes? Arizona? But Rob, you got a little info on those votes and the counting process.
Well, you know, Magnolia Tribune put out an article yesterday about the process. And remember, this runoff election landed in a pretty unique spot because it landed during a holiday week. Mm-hmm. So they ceased all of the absentee voting as far as the counting of those go after Wednesday because of the holiday. They did not resume that until yesterday. Mm-hmm. When you look at the math here, there's still some pockets of absentee votes in Hinds and Rankin County that were counted yesterday. Holmes County, their entire tally is now included, and it looks like Branning has a lead of 1,216. Now, there were some absentee ballots yesterday in Holmes and Yazoo County, mail-in ballots as well. Those mail-in ballots right now, according to this article, guys, 3,056, along with about maybe 200 to 300 of those absentee ballots in Holmes and Yazoo County. Just looking at the math here, if all holds right now, it looks like Kitchens will win Holmes County, but that's only 173 votes that he could pick up there. And Branning more than likely will win Yazoo County, which would kind of be just a wash when you look at it really. So in reality, looking at the math, Kitchens would net, when all is said and done, after those absentees are counted, maybe 90 votes, and that would trim her lead to 1,126. Now,
so she got some votes coming out of the Yazoo.
Yeah, there's still some votes out there. Yeah. So just to be clear on Mississippi law, they require the ballots to be postmarked on election day, but allows them to be counted if received by the circuit clerk within 5 business days. Well, it was a holiday week.
Yeah, it was.
Holidays and weekends are excluded. Now, according to the Secretary of State's office, this means that outstanding ballots must be received by tomorrow at 5 p.m. in order to be counted. The Fifth Circuit recently ruled that Mississippi law allowing mail-in ballots to be counted past Election Day unconstitutional, but because of procedural requirements, the ruling did not immediately impact this election cycle. Now, right now, there's 3,056 mail-in absentees not returned as of last Wednesday. Roughly 75% were in counties Branning won on election night. Branning's performance on absentees actually outpaced her in-person performance in the counties with the most concentrated vote. Just to use an example here, Branning won 24% of Hinds County in-person voting, but 36% of the absentee vote there. Of course, Hinds is a county that Kitchens won pretty handily. So
like over 20,000 votes.
Yeah, so when you break down the math here, it looks like that she is more than likely going to win. just kind of breaking some stuff down with the charts they have here on this particular article, I don't see a number where Kitchens is going to be able to catch up with her. There is word that the Brandon camp may be releasing a statement tomorrow declaring victory in this race. So we'll see if the Kitchens folks, if they're going to drag this out, maybe request a recount. I'm not sure what Mississippi law requires on a recount, but guys, when it's that close,
younger. I mean, like 84 now. Hey!
Probably when he hears the announcement.
Maybe he's the one counting. That's the problem. Yeah.
What was my own?
Let's see.
Gotta start over now.
52, 50, 70. Where was I? What?
Yeah.
No, well.
So when you look at it, I mean, it doesn't. I just don't see any numbers here that where he's going to have enough to catch up with.
He's got a lot of Democrats support, so you never know. Sometimes those ballots come out of the woodwork or somewhere else.
So, but we'll see how this shakes out. But just it's not officially been declared by the Mississippi Associated Press. But just looking at the math, I mean, it should happen at any point now. So,
well, now if you are counting votes and you need like pens and paper and maybe erasers,
a 10 key, calculator,
erasers.
Oh yeah,
you can get those at Southern Business Supply.
Get it all, pretty much anything you need for your office, your home office, or your office. They've got there at Southern Business Supply, and it's just as easy. All you need to do is go to southernbusinesssupply.com, and they've got their whole catalog listed there. And just you know how it goes. Point and click, and then the next day it's delivered to your home or office. How cool is that?
That is awesome.
It is. You can also go see them there at 5685 Dale Drive. And at their store, they've got all kinds of office furniture as well. So if you kind of looking to redo the office for the new year, now's a good opportunity to go down there and get that new chair, filing cabinet, whatever you need. Of course, you can always call them as well, 601-45-2447. And here's the deal. When you buy local, your money stays. Where does it stay, Roger?
Stays right here.
Here locally. Exactly.
Except for what the government takes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, part of it goes to Jackson and
some to Washington. Then who knows where it goes?
Goes to Ukraine after that.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh. Pardons people. Anyway, when you buy local, your money stays here. Exactly. Right. Most of it stays here. Just say no to the big box stores and say yes to Southern Business Supply.
Yes, indeed. All right. Good deal.
Yeah, we got a comment here on Facebook from Miss LaWanda McCoy. She said, would like to see the law change on voting runoffs. No voting should be scheduled around the holidays like Christmas and Thanksgiving. And I think this is a rare exception because of when Thanksgiving fell, because when you have a runoff here in Mississippi, it's usually that 3-week period after the general election day. So it fell the way it fell this year. It's unfortunate that it did, but by Mississippi law, they had to wait through the holiday and the weekend before they could continue counting the absentee votes.
It took like a long weekend like Roger did? Or is that what happened? I take Monday too. We'll count later, all right?
But they are following the law.
There you go. There you go. Well, mornings in Meridian. You put our number out there bravely, 601-485-9191. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Good morning, guys. I'm in peace. Love everybody, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Nothing.
All right. Now that little speech that Uncle Joe gave about his son.
Mm-hmm.
Now we hear that speech all the time. Conservative youth, Republican youth, and it's sort of, I don't know. I just find comfort. I just need to take thing back and forth, and then the other side pull their hair out. Talk about being respectable, being honest, above the law, until they switch back to the other side. So then that side pulls their hair out. So we're looking at the people with power able to control and do what they want to do, and then we're just reacting to it. So you look at it and you say, well, I guess he thought Kamala was going to win and maybe she'd be the one that pardoned his son. But that didn't happen, so he had to do it before he go out.
And I think we all saw that coming, didn't we?
Yeah. Yep. All saw it coming. Now, was it J6? It's the time for him to get pardoned. And then other people's in jail, is it time for them to get pardoned? Is it time that revisit how we do pardons and why we do pardons.
Mm.
You know, all that stuff should be on the table to look at. But right now, it benefits, you know, it's a benefit to be able to use it, where it got started from. So anyway, I'm going to get off of that. So Roger, your name came up yesterday. I went
Is that
down
right? Okay. You go ahead.
I went down to Structure Field to visit the boss down there yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
In town, check him out. And came up and started talking about flights and whatnot.
Yes.
And they say you was the fill-in pilot for them when the regular guy wasn't available, couldn't take off. I said, Roger, fuck this stuff, boy.
Fill in. Wait a minute. That's what they called me, a fill in?
I don't know what they use the term, but that's what I'm using.
Like the substitute teacher, where the kids act up.
So don't get bent out of shape out of what I'm saying.
You know I'm sensitive. I've been told how sensitive I am.
Second string.
You know, they say they had the main pilot, and then when he couldn't make it or whatever, I'm using those terms.
I understand. No, he's the chief pilot. I mean, it required two pilots, so I'm the co-pilot. But yeah, I am on a contract basis.
Okay, so that's killing you.
There you go.
You put me over here.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, I'm a fill-in. That's what I am. That's me, Mr. Fill-in.
You're like the Kamala Harris in that administration.
Kind of like
who do you want to go with? I don't know.
But no, if you were talking to Mr. Delaney, you were talking to a very fine gentleman. I don't have to say that, stuck up or anything like that. He's just a fine man.
And actually, I didn't get a chance to speak to him. He wasn't,
Oh, wait a minute. You said you want to talk to the boss.
That's the boss.
I went to talk to him.
Oh.
But he wasn't there. So I ended up talking to, somebody else.
Oh, give me the name of the person who called me a fill-in, if you would.
Well, if you don't the boss, that'd be respectful.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh, that's good. So, there's some good people down there. It's a good company. It really is. Yeah.
That's the reason I like going talking to him, but he wasn't there at the time. So I just started having a round robin conversation, and name came up. And, I mentioned Mississippi James, and told him I was a radio junkie, and that's how your name came up.
Did the person you were talking to, do they listen to the show?
He said he's not a regular listener.
Yeah.
Not a regular listener. And I told him, I said, you should listen more often. But he had heard it.
Yeah.
And he wasn't a regular listener.
Yeah. He's a fill-in listener.
Right.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, good deal. Well,
you guys have a good day, but, hey.
Yeah.
Take care.
Hey, you're very welcome. Thank you. All right. It's Mornings in Meridian. You too can call in with 601-485-9191. What we probably ought to do is take a break and let some more sponsors be heard. But while you're getting the nerve up to dial the number, and we'll be right back. I'm Roger. He's Rob. There's Charles. Here, the whole team here today, so we should win. All right, we'll be right back. singing there. We're so glad you're out there tuned in. Have a good morning here at Mornings in Meridian. Roger, Robin, Charles. It's a good combination. The only thing you would add to make it a perfect combination is Roger, Rob, Charles, and Doc's Toyota.
That's right, a brand new Toyota. That would make it perfect.
Mm-hmm.
We could all go on a road trip. And of course, right up the road on Highway 16 West in Philadelphia is where you'll find Doc's Toyota. They've got all kinds of 2025 inventory. They got the Camrys, Tacomas, 4Runners, Tundras, Highlanders, Priuses, Priusi. We got a lot of those too, and the Land Cruisers. That's a good-looking vehicle. And of course, they have a very large, some might say, select pre-owned inventory, all been through the rigorous Toyota inspection process, so you're getting a good quality used vehicle. Now, check out all their inventory online at docstoyota.com, or as I said, just take that short drive up to Philadelphia and look at all their inventory in person. You can even buy a vehicle online. How cool is that? And of course, their service department is second to none. Best around. You need your car service, take it up to Doc's. And every dealership seems to have a deal. You can get a toaster oven. You might get an air fryer. Who knows? You don't need those kind of deals because there is no deal
like a Doc's deal. There you go. So that means if I buy it online, they'll bring it to my house.
I don't know about that.
I bet they would.
I bet they might.
I'll have to check that one out. I bet they would do that. All right, it's Mornings in Meridian. We're glad you're out there, tuned in. Rob's he has the gifts on the Advent calendar, of course. We've 3 days now into December. So, Rob, explain to us what we have.
All right, this was the first day of the Christmas vacation Advent calendar. These are little figurines that are in the Advent calendar. Nice. So December 1, remember the boss from Christmas Vacation? It's him.
All wrapped up with a bow.
I'd
like to have him right
Bill
here.
Murray's brother. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Bill Murray.
The second day was a little Christmas tree, and it's got a squirrel.
Oh, the
indention on it. So that's the squirrel getting in the tree there. And then today's the Jello mold.
Oh, the Jello mold. Oh man.
Your cat by any chance? Hello.
That would be Jello mold.
Those are the first 3 days of the Advent calendar.
She boxed up the cat. She wrapped up the cat. Wow. Oh boy. You just think of the things that made that movie. I mean, that cat played a very important role in that movie.
She had not liked that at all.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I like the Jello mold. That's good.
All right, let's take a phone call here at Mornings in Meridian as we are enjoying the Christmas Vacation Advent calendar. Good morning, caller. How are you?
Hey, y'all. It's Paul.
Hello, Mr. Paul.
Hoping all y'all had a good Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir.
Did. Yep.
Thank you. Yeah.
How about you?
I did. I heard you guys playing the Christmas music this morning. Did I hear wrong? Did yesterday you played Feliz Navidad?
Yep.
All right.
Cultural.
Well, I had a thought yesterday, and I didn't get a chance to call it in. I thought I'd do a quick drive-by and let y'all know that, when Flora came out, everybody was all excited about speaking kids Spanish. Jose Feliciano and Speedy Gonzalez on Spanish way before Dora ever showed up.
Thank you. That's exactly right. Arriba!
I mean, I was a little kid, and I knew Arriba and Feliz Navidad. I didn't know nothing else.
That's exactly right.
Still all I know.
Felix Navidad.
So anyway, I just thought that was my Christmas thoughts for the season so far. So,
well, you're going to have more, aren't you?
It'll get better from here. I think.
Call us back with more of it. That's for sure. That's for sure.
All right. Well, Dora was not first. Jose was first. So.
That's right.
Okay.
And the first illegal alien was the advertiser for Fritos corn chips. The bandit.
It wasn't Speedy Gonzalez.
No, the Frito Bandito. I'm the Frito Bandito. I love Fritos corn chips.
His cousin was named Slowpoke. I think he was the first one apprehended by
Oh no, he didn't.
All right, I dug this hole. I'm just gonna go dig myself out.
And who follows you right in it but myself? I'll tell you right. Thank you, Paul.
together.
Mornings in Meridian. We'll take. I tell you what, if you like this hour, just hang in there because
Got another one.
as the fill-in talk show host here,
Oh,
I'm happy to be back here for yet another hour.
he's
So
so sensitive.
that's right.
It's hard.
Oh, I tell you what, we're having more fun than anybody has a right to here. Mornings in Meridian. Mornings in Meridian. We're glad you're out there tuned in. Welcome. We're back here with the second hour of the two best hours of local live talk radio here in East Mississippi, West Alabama. Roger B. along with Rob Atkinson.
Good morning.
Charles Frazier.
I'm here too.
All here, present, accounted for. The whole team's here. We're looking for a win today, just like Alabama over Auburn last week.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, glad to see Tuscaloosa. Ted is not far away from the Christmas tree in the studio.
We're back.
I know you were proud of that comeback there, Ted.
It wasn't no comeback. It was never in doubt.
Never in doubt.
Never in
Okay,
doubt.
good deal.
We're never behind.
Never mind.
Never behind.
There you go. So that's so. Is there a playoff hope for Alabama?
We got the off week to get ready for the playoff.
Okay. All
The
right.
committee will choose us
How can you be so sure?
because we're Alabama.
Okay.
That's a good game.
There
actually.
you go.
You think Oklahoma's gonna make it, or
We don't
Oh,
talk. We don't talk about Oklahoma. No boomer center here. No.
yeah?
Mm.
You think Milroe transferred to Oklahoma?
No. Better not. Like that Jalen turncoat hurt.
Yeah.
Jalen Turncoat. Oh, we're having fun here this
Yeah.
morning, folks. I'm glad you're part of it. We invite you to call us at our number here, which is 601-485-9191. Fresh cup of coffee and some grandma cookies. I think I can make another hour here. I hope you can too. Good morning, caller. Welcome to our show.
Good morning, bro. Hey,
That's right. That's right.
I know he had to bleep
Yeah.
Tide. I wonder if he meant to bleep Tide there.
In the Tide, right?
well, y'all had a lot of fun, but I just wanted to see if I can wish a lady birthday, a dear, special lady, a special friend, and I don't think Roger, I don't think he knows it, but anyway, Kathy Clearman had a birthday 5 days ago, and she's 15 years old.
I know. Yeah, she's 29. It's pretty cool that somebody can keep aging like that. It's just amazing.
29.
Going back.
You definitely can give her a belated happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Kathy. She's a very special lady and just a wonderful person. And as long as I've been knowing her, but anyway.
We had the privilege of having her in our employ for 20 however many years, 25, 26 years, 29.
She's only 24 years old.
Mayflower.
Yeah.
She
started with story. And then, of course, she worked there long before I ever showed up. So there was, she kind of ran the place, right?
Yeah, well, that's great to have a good employee who will work hard and be dedicated.
Absolutely.
You know, most people work payday to pudding time. Friday is pudding time, you know.
Yeah.
Payday, that's all they want. But anyway.
Well, I'm glad you did that. That's November is definitely her birthday. And
November 28th, I believe it is.
And we had we had a little long weekend over the period of the 28th. So that's a good you did that. So was the VFW open this weekend or no?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
On Saturday night, and we got one on Friday night now. I don't know if it's once a month, something like that. They're having karaoke for anybody like to sing.
All right. Time for me to come down and do my Sweet Caroline.
Wow.
Hey, man, we welcome you to come down if we would be like.
Hands, touching hands, reaching out,
That's a Biden song, isn't it?
sniffing you, sniffing me.
Bring Robbie Charles, we have a pair barbershop quartet.
There you go.
That's with 3 people.
Y'all would probably say, "How could we miss you if you won't go away?"
Oh, man.
My
You know,
favorite
I
barbershop
just
song. Yeah, go ahead.
Joe Biden pardon his son Hunter and making such a blanket going back 10 years.
Sure.
That just tells you how much corruption went on. Now, they say he can't be charged, but that they don't
say that he can't be investigated, and they could investigate and bring all those things out, and it would go back to Joe as well as Hunter.
Yeah, there won't be any point in that, though.
Well, it gets back to the public, what a line of disease they have running the country. It would be innocent, but it's not going to happen anyway.
Well, evidently enough of the voters felt the same way you did this last election, so that's encouraging anyway, isn't it?
Yes, it is. But what blows my mind, I can't understand how so many Democrat voters could buy all this stuff and want the country to go that they voted Joe Biden in president, and he is been trying to destroy the country, but that's what the Democrats seem to be in favor of and want. I don't understand that.
Well, they thought it was going to be the way to maintain power. It's all about the power. It's not even so much about the money. It's the ability to distribute the money. It's the power.
The power and control. The country. They sacrifice the country for their power and control. You're right about that.
So they got their 11 million illegals over, but I guess they just didn't give them a time and all get registered to vote, I guess is what happened.
Right. I guess that's it. But anyway, that's enough on that.
Well, tell me before you sign off. I just want to know how we're getting ready for Christmas in Suckalina. Are we putting up any decorations or anything, or is it kind of
well? Just need to ride. Come out here one day after dark to take a look and see how Suckalina is decorated up.
Yeah.
The front of the house and got this stuff from one end to the other.
No, I remember the last time I went right down there after dark, I almost got caught. So I don't know.
Well, Zane's out of pocket right now, so he should enforce it. So we'll keep him under wraps if he won't come again.
There you go. Sounds good. All right. Well, there you go. Thank you for checking in with us.
Thank you, and I hope everyone has a great day.
Thank you, Benny. I tell you,
how can we not now?
I know it is. It's awesome.
Well, guys,
so happy belated birthday to Kathy Clemens.
Some stuff going on overseas. Charles mentioned this during the break about South Korea. The South Korean president has declared an emergency martial law this morning, accusing the country's opposition of controlling the parliament, sympathizing with North Korea, and paralyzing the government with anti-state activities. So that's weird. That is very strange. The president of South Korea made the announcement during a televised briefing vowing to eradicate pro-North Korean forces and protect the constitutional democratic order. It wasn't immediately clear how the steps would affect the country's governance and democracy. Yeah, the Conservative Party in South Korea is called the People Power Party. It had been locked. They're kind of locked with they're locked up with the liberal opposition Democratic Party over next year's budget bill, and they've been going back and forth on that. And all of a sudden, the South Korean president decides to declare
the military's in charge.
Martial law.
Wow,
so very strange.
That is weird.
Yeah, very strange story.
Well,
so we'll see how that kind of evolves throughout the day.
So, which party was trying to sympathize with North Korea?
The liberal opposition.
The liberal opposition.
The liberal. Okay. Yeah.
The LOP.
Yeah. The LOP and the PP.
You got the triple P and the LOP.
The president of South Korea has also been dismissing calls for independent investigations into scandals involving his wife and top officials, drawing quick, strong reviews from his political rivals. So there's another reason.
Let's see. Okay.
He pardon his wife. Isn't that the way we do it?
Look at what's over here, not what's over here.
That's what it looks like.
They even know how to do that in Korea. Isn't that great?
That's fun.
That's why you got to be in power. See, when you're in power, you can do stuff like
Martial
that.
law. Wow. Okay.
What did we do when Jefferson Clinton, Mr. Bill Jefferson Clinton, was getting in trouble with his problem? We did. Where would we go to war at? Was it Bosnia or something like that?
Something like that.
No, who knows?
I still love my wife, Hillary.
Just letting you know. Yep, they're lying.
Especially when I lie to bed at night. I love Hillary.
Right.
When I'm in my own and she's in her own, I really
Love her
love it.
from a distance.
I don't want this people
Yeah.
sneak through the window and do something crazy. It just
Mm.
scares me.
So
I told her to quit wearing those pantsuits. If she wanted to get elected, she needed to wear a dress.
that would have made all the difference. I know.
Sure.
Right. Oh, now I like her.
Oh,
Take a picture off her. Okay. All
it's
right.
like,
At least
really?
please. Okay.
I don't know. I don't even know why we went down that way.
Right. It was
I have no idea
a
why we went
path,
down that way.
not a pursuit.
Yeah, that's probably not. All right.
Okay.
So glad you're out there. It's Mornings in Meridian. Of course, it is the 2 best hours. We're in the second hour. We'd love to have you be part of the show. 601-485-9191. I'd love to have you here. So we're looking at some of the crazy news stories out there, which is really kind of strange here. Here's a Florida man who allegedly stole 200 in groceries twice in 15 minutes from the same public supermarket. And he was arrested after allegedly stealing groceries from the Polk County. Can I believe he did this in Polk County?
Polk
That's
County.
that's my home county
Is
down
that a
there.
respectable county?
That's old Judd, the sheriff down there. I can't say his name, but it escapes me. But he's that hard hitting sheriff. That's what I'm talking about.
Sheriff.
Yeah,
That's
Grady Judd. Okay. So, according to police, Sylvester walked in about 2000. Sylvester was his name. Yeah,
First name?
Andrew Sylvester.
Oh,
He first walked out with $206 worth of unpaid groceries, and then the story cuts off. It didn't cut the rest of it. So there you go.
And then he walked out again with
So
another
you
$200.
I guess
It's like that was easy.
I guess you
do it again.
get become so impressed that you can do that. It doesn't bother you. I can.
Did it once, do it again.
Yeah, I'll do it once. I'll do it again. So I wouldn't do it in Polk County, Florida, though. If I was going to do anything like that, I would not do it in Polk County, Florida. Pretty tough. That's the story. All right, it's Mornings at Meridian. Moving on down the road, Rob. What is it?
Jeff Foxworthy posted something up on his social media pages this morning about how people drive in the snow in the South. If you rarely drive on snow, just pretend you're taking your grandma to church. There's a platter of biscuits and 2 gallons of sweet tea in glass jars in the back seat. She's wearing a new dress and holding a crock pot full of gravy. That's how you drive in the snow in the South.
That's how you do it. That's the way you do it.
They said snow on the radio. They said snow on the radio.
Yeah, we did it now. Okay.
Milk and bread.
Milk and bread. That's how you do it with a crock
pot full of gravy.
Oh, mercy me. Well, I'm looking forward to being able to start winding down the festivities here, because Thanksgiving was, I don't know what happened, but it seemed like there was eating everywhere. I mean, feasting and all the rest.
Well, for one day, I mean,
No, there was multiple days. I mean, there was this event. There was then someone invites you over to their house, and it was good. I enjoyed the association, but it all came with food.
Yeah. Well, this time of year, it all comes with food.
So,
every event, people bring you food.
I'm going to throttle back for Christmas, I think.
Really?
Because it's just I'm
feeling the pinch.
It may
pants get a little tight.
Might just have to have a smoothie for Christmas. I don't know.
A Christmas dinner smoothie.
Yeah. Put the turkey in the dressing. Put it in the blender there.
Cranberry. Yeah.
There you go. That'll give us some color.
Yeah. Sounds horrible.
Ooh, mercy.
Throw the pie in there too while you're at it.
There you go. Oh, and that guy in Florida, though, Grady Judd said, Sylvester tried to steal not one, but 2 carts full of groceries from Publix where shopping is a pleasure. He was just talking about that.
Shopping is a pleasure. Come on.
That's their motto.
Is it?
Publix has always said that for generations.
Really? I never heard
Public supermarket where shopping is a pleasure.
Yeah, it's never a pleasure.
Yeah. So he.
Paying for it's not
Well,
a
it
pleasure.
used to be. But anyway, he's now facing 3 felony charges for the incident.
3.
3.
Thought it
He had
was just
prior
2 carts.
charges. Yeah. So, yeah. If you want 3 hots in a cot, go break the law in Polk County, Florida. Well, Grady Judd will get you off of it.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. We were talking a little bit. It might be good to just kind of recap in case somebody missed it, maybe the first hour we talked about this race with Jennifer Branning and the vote counting. But
Yeah, it looks like, just recapping that real quick, according to reports, it looks like the Branning camp will release a statement tomorrow, possibly declaring victory. Not sure on that yet. We'll just wait until that statement comes out. But just looking at the math, as we said this morning from the Magnolia Tribune, they released an article late yesterday afternoon, kind of breaking some of the absentee votes down. And really, right now, she still leads by well over 1,000 votes statewide. And I just, looking at what they published yesterday and the absentee votes still to be counted, I just don't see a path for Kitchens to win this unless something just crazy happens.
sounds like Kitchens needs to throw in the towels and the kitchen sink,
The towels and everything.
and the kitchen sink. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, but you know, the runoffs are so unpredictable, simply because it was during a holiday week. But I thought the turnout, considering statewide, I mean, I know here in Lauderdale County was less than 20%, but still
statewide and
yeah,
holiday weekend.
yeah,
or holiday week.
So
Right.
I know a lot of folks look at that less than 20% Lauderdale County. Oh, that's embarrassing. It is. Don't get me wrong, but you know, it is what it is.
I think we've done
More than
worse.
I thought it would be, to be honest. I mean,
I
I was
think-
looking at usually 50%.
I would say maybe 10, 12% total, maybe, and we've got nearly 20. So
I think we have had times when it was much more embarrassing.
yeah, and then she carried Lauderdale County, you know, fairly well.
Oh man, several
So-
thousand votes.
But yeah, the counties they're really focused on right now: Yazoo County, Holmes County. There's not enough vote there to really switch anything right now. So, but we'll kind of see what plays out after today, because as we said, those postmarked mail-in type ballots or whatever for Mississippi for absentees had to be postmarked by election day and received by the circuit clerk. So that deadline is here. So we should know something for sure. I would think maybe this afternoon or tomorrow
Or next
or next year. Who knows?
21 days in counting. Christmas and the
Maybe
election
by
results.
year we'll have a result. So that'd be exciting. I look forward to that.
Hey, Ms. Branning, we got you a present for Christmas. What is it? A victory.
Oh, victory, finally.
Yeah, there you go. So that would be good. She has been in our studio here
Yeah, a couple
Several
a couple
times.
of times. Seems like a very well qualified and a very cordial, very friendly person. That, of course, I've never been across the judicial bench from her, so
Well, wouldn't wanna be.
who knows what that
Yeah.
would be like. But no, it seems like she was a good choice. So I think a lot of people I know voted for her because
I will say one thing: her visibility was top notch from the initial general election campaign, even during this runoff. I mean, you saw her everywhere, just a grassroots effort along with advertising and everything else that she did. I mean, she was a very visible candidate out there on the campaign path. But Kitchens,
I don't even know what the man looks like.
I
I mean, in all honesty, because I've never seen it
I didn't know
You
until
know?
the end of the election when his picture showed up.
That's true. I did get a flyer.
Yeah.
Oh, you got
Okay. And he's
And it
he's at the
Went
age
right where all
where
the flyers show. But
he can he doesn't need this. He can do, and not that she needs it. It's just that she has plenty of opportunity to serve for years to come. He's kind of on the Biden end of things.
by this time,
Can I say it that way?
yeah, but just think about that. If he were to have won that, and like I said, not saying this is done. I mean, you have to wait for the official word, but it's trending that way. That she's going to win. 8-year term, he'd be 89
Mm-hmm.
at the end of that term.
He should move down to the villages probably.
should. Yeah.
That's what he should do.
Get an STD.
It could be
Oh, that's what they get down there. I mean, come on.
serious.
It's
Really?
disturbing. Yeah.
You mean the statistic that I saw years ago that says that it has the highest sexual transmitted disease in people over age 65 and older is down in the villages?
Yeah, I believe that's true. I thought it was the many.
Come on, Edward, I'm okay. The doctor said I'm okay.
The sticker's still going.
That's no problem. Ha, ha.
Give me that little blue pill. And
I thought I packed my
fine.
pills. Where are my pills? Mornings in Meridian.
The one pill you need, actually.
I can do that, folks, because
Okay.
I'm knocking on the door of 65, so I can joke about that. I have license to joke about that.
Okay.
You can.
All right. Hey, I didn't even laugh. I was like, that's tragic. I've never
Mornings
seen
in
this
Meridian.
thing.
We're glad you're out there and tuned in. And I won't say it. Go ahead, caller. Come on in here.
Yeah, don't say it, Roger.
Okay.
Did her views on the abortion ban, the strict Mississippi abortion
man. Did her views on that come out during the campaign?
She really didn't come out with any opinions on issues. She ran as a conservative voice for the court, is all she really said. Because Charles, I think when we had her in here that second time, me and you interviewed her that day, and we kind of asked her some pointed questions like that, and she, I think by law, since it was she couldn't answer those.
She couldn't. No, she could only do it on a very general basis. This is her philosophy, and but not anything specific relating to any one specific case or ruling or anything like that.
Chuck, are you okay? Or it sounds like you got something going on out there.
Yeah, well, I'm directing my driver to go a certain way out here. We got signs out everywhere. We're trying to get these signs so people to know the correct way to go and how to get there.
What signs? Signs for what?
We're getting it done.
What sign? What's
traffic signs?
Oh, you're putting up traffic signs.
Oh yeah, that's
just
what
randomly.
I got going today. But y'all heard with how to say that expunge the pardon may be legal, but the expungement may not be legal. The blanket amnesty or whatever blanket pardon,
the immunity
challenge just may not hold up. It shouldn't hold up for crimes that he may have committed. I mean, what if he done a couple of murders and all of that? He got pardoned for, So that if somebody takes it to court, it may not hold up. So, and then, of course, the other good thing I think y'all have already talked about is he can no longer plead the fifth. So what's he going to do now if he's called before a Senate panel?
Well, and that's one thing a lot of folks need to remember is that they still have open investigations in the House and the Senate right now against Hunter Biden. So you're right. If they call him now to testify, that's a chip right there that he can't play anymore. So
yeah, and no longer he's got to tell all. When we, and how in the world we all remember when Biden was vice president, Joe, that he told the Ukrainian attorney general that you will stop investigating my son, or I will withhold the $2 billion from you. Mm-hmm. Now that was just as illegal and extortion as it could be, and nothing was ever said or nothing was ever done about it. So
they've got him on tape saying it too.
Yeah, I mean, it's plain as day, and that just proves how crooked and this whole Ukrainian deal is and the China deal. But how about Trump spanking Trudeau down there, the Canadian Prime Minister? I mean, he said we just might make Canada the 51st state, and maybe let you be the mayor of one of the provinces or something. He was just sitting there, had the flake stay on his face, trying to laugh it off, but Trump may have been serious. So anyway, he put him in his place. And they said, well, the tariffs are going to hurt America. The tariffs are only going to happen if you refuse to leave your border open and dump all these illegals into America. Stop it. You won't have to worry about the tariffs. It's very simple, But anyway, guys, thanks a lot.
All right, appreciate it.
Thank you. Good call there. 601-485-9191. Put you right on the show.
I thought that was interesting that Trudeau made the visit to Mar-a-Lago over the weekend. And, of course, a couple of days before that, Mark Zuckerberg had dinner there at Mar-a-Lago. Why are all these people that don't like Trump all of a sudden coming?
They do like him now.
Well, I noticed
come down to get a spanking.
Yeah. That's weird. Did you see on Fox this morning the advertisement of Ontario, Canada?
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you see that?
Yes.
I mean, why did that ever pop up all of a sudden? What a great partner that Canada has been with the United States and Ontario, of course, Toronto, and all the rest. It's like, okay, what's going on here?
Fox is like, we ain't gonna turn down that Mad Dog.
Oh no, you're not gonna turn it down.
Come on in.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, Canada. I saw this. I was like, what? But yeah, Trudeau making his way to Mar-a-Lago, Zuckerberg. I mean, it's very, very strange times. They're all coming down to have dinner with Trump. So, and Elon Musk has been just about at all those dinners too, which is hilarious. So, Zuckerberg and Musk at the same table together.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Well, Elon's taking notes.
Like, yeah.
Okay, what department do you run? Okay,
you're fired.
Yeah.
You're fired.
How many employees do you have? 50,000. Okay.
Department. Hey,
You need
Vivek.
5.
Vivek, what do you think? Okay, they're fired. Okay, get rid of them.
You're
Them
You're fired.
efficiency's looking
You're fired.
good. You're fired too.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I love
That's
it.
going to be my favorite new department. Is that department?
Those love it.
I mean, I do too. It should have been done a long
I
time
want
ago.
to see the weekly report of how
I
many they
do.
fired, who they are, get rid of that, and this and that and that. Yeah. I mean,
Well, what do you do about this heavy lobby about government contractors and jobs that are out there that we enjoy also in Mississippi that could come under scrutiny?
got to do it. Got to get rid of it. I mean, you really do. You know, even though it benefits us personally, I mean, here in Mississippi, you've got to get rid of it all. I mean, it's all corrupt. And, you know, as we're talking about prosecuting the Democrats for crimes that have been committed or things, unethical activities. But I think we need to look at both sides and say, okay, what is going on in government? Let's root out all of this corruption.
Root it
And
out.
it's a good opportunity. It's a good time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my opinion on it. And it may be a painful process of transition. Maybe I'm an idealist. I think it could actually happen. And it's unrealistic. But I think that we can at least make inroads towards changing the way that we operate. I don't know if you can get rid of it all in 4 years because it's so entrenched. But at least we can begin the process of changing the way that government does business.
What do they say? He always talks about draining the swamp. That may be the deep end of the swamp.
Yeah.
The deep end, like the deep end of the pool.
Right.
That's
the deep, to get drained.
That's the deep end of the swamp right there. That goes really deep.
Maybe just start with the people that are occupying office. Well, wait a minute. No, they're not occupying offices because half of the government hasn't returned from working at home.
Well, but it's the government wage, and it's the accountability of the Pentagon and not being able to account for billions of dollars every year in their budget. I don't know where it went. Yeah. Which they do know where it went, but they're not disclosing.
But it's the cost of doing business. We got to do business with some of these countries, and we
got to bribe them.
We can't tell you. We can't tell you where it goes.
But we don't have to do business that way. You know, we don't have to bribe these people. We don't have to give them all this aid. No, we can do things on our own there. For your own people, or veterans or homeless.
We hope another storm doesn't happen because we don't have any money.
No.
Who would have? If anybody said that in my administration, they'd be fired that day.
We ran out of money.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back. Stay with us. We don't have unlimited government funds. Andy Williams Christmas special. Come on in the living room. Bring the popcorn.
Okay, happy meetings.
Okay,
You caught that, did you?
I'm gonna do Chris. No, I didn't.
Oh, come on, guys.
We'll cut that out of the show later.
Yeah, right. Yeah, get that out later. This is the celebrating, of course. This is the late Andy Williams singing. He was born on this day back in 1927.
Okay.
So, yeah.
When did we lose him?
We lost him in 2012.
Never been found.
Yeah, he would have been 97 today, but yeah, a great entertainer, great voice, and of course, he did have the Andy Williams television specials from time to time, you know. Yeah, very good.
Starring Andy Williams.
That was his, they kind of called it, after his name.
I
see. He might have even had a regular show. I don't know, maybe somebody my age or older could say that. But anyway, Andy Williams. The most wonderful time of the year. This is and I heard, somebody told me, Black Friday is usually kind of a real busy shopping day, but somebody was telling me where they were shopping, it just wasn't really that, wasn't as congested as they thought it was going to be.
Where did they go? They say specifically which store?
However, they did say they had a hard time getting online on Cyber Monday. Everybody's trying to get
there, right?
Trying to take advantage. That's where the crowds are. They were at home in their pajamas trying to order stuff. Anyhow, so anyway, that's happy birthday to you. If today is your birthday, you share that with actress Daryl Hannah, 64, and of course Brendan Fraser, the actor. He's 56 today, and Julianne Moore, actress, also 64 today, and Olympic skater Katarina Witt, 59. So happy birthday on this, the third day of December.
Guys, today is going to possibly wrap up the closing arguments in the Daniel Penny trial up in New York. Listen to this paragraph of this story from Fox News.
I know it's a paragraph. I was wondering.
Manhattan prosecutors again accused Daniel Penning of failing to recognize the humanity of Jordan Neely during their closing arguments yesterday, weeks after being accused of unfairly hinting at racial undertones in a case that does not involve hate crime charges. So they're playing that card, are the prosecutors in this particular case.
I like the question asked. Which one would you like on the subway with you?
Yeah.
Which one do you want on the subway with you? Mm-hmm. And of course, they were talking about how they were going to, because he was a Marine, they were going to set him up as kind of an expert on how he should have responded, or the amount of time he should have had the chokehold, or how he responded.
I mean,
when there's an apparent life-threatening situation,
there's a threat.
You're going to react in a way that will keep everybody and yourself as safe as possible.
Yeah, this is a direct quote from that Manhattan prosecutor. He said he didn't recognize that Jordan Neely was a person. He saw him as a person that needed to be eliminated. She claimed that Penny was so reckless with Neely's life because he didn't seem to recognize his humanity. She replayed a video of his police interrogation where he referred to Neely as a crackhead and told detectives, these guys, they're pushing people in front of trains and stuff. We've all spoken dismissively about people like Jordan Neely. Maybe we too have lumped them all together like this, but the context is very telling here. When the defendant is talking like this about Mr. Neely, he knows he very likely had killed him. Can you imagine a reasonable person speaking like this about a human being that he or she had just killed? So that's how the prosecution is framing their closing arguments as of yesterday. So.
And they were continuing today, and I'm thinking, how long does it do? The closing argument, how long does that take, really? Seriously.
Well, and she used similar language earlier in the trial during her opening statement, and her team also allowed witnesses to describe Penny as the white man and a murderer, prompting Penny's defense lawyers to object and ask the court to declare a mistrial over that type of language, which obviously it was not, and they continued on.
What is charged with? Is it murder or manslaughter?
It would have to be manslaughter.
Let's see here. They have the charges.
Aggravated.
Yeah, he's on trial facing charges of manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide.
Criminally negligent.
Neely, the guy that killed Neely, had a lengthy arrest record, a documented history of severe mental illness, a drug abuse problem, and an active arrest warrant when he boarded The train car on May the 1st of 2023 and started screaming death threats. Trial testimony revealed over the past 3 weeks. So there you go. So the closing arguments continue today. I'm pretty sure the defense will have their closing arguments today, and I'm assuming the jury might get it today or tomorrow. So.
Well, I hope at least most of those jury members have ridden the subway in New York and have encountered such people before. Sure. And so, how long does society have to put up with people acting that way before we actually act out? If we don't have the police or other authority figures there to prevent this sort of crime from happening, then people who have been trained to prevent this sort of thing happening on a different level, certainly not in.
I get the fact that the prosecution is doing their job. Their job is to try to make him look as bad as they possibly can. And so, this is not surprising that they're painting him as some person who had no value to life
in a sense, almost.
But here's a person, I don't know all his record in the military, but he's a person who put his life on the line for his country, and so to speak. And I'm trusting
to protect his country.
I haven't heard anything about a dishonorable discharge or anything like that on his case. So here's the problem. I would invite the jurors to, in their mind's eye, the best way possible, put themselves in the scenario they're riding the train and somebody's saying they're going to kill you,
or going to kill your mother or wife or daughter or some other
or
person
one of your family members with you, and you're going to and then you're going to sit there and try to calculate. Now, let's see. Now I'm going to respond to this. Now I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do this. Or you just got to make sure you hold him tight until help arrives.
How would you feel if you were threatened, or your mother, or somebody who was maybe a little bit, couldn't defend themselves a little bit? I don't know.
Well, that's.
And then this guy steps in and then protects them. How would you feel then? Great. I'll stand up and clap.
Way
Good
down.
job.
Yeah.
Buy you a beer.
I bet everybody on the
vulnerable.
On the car, the subway car felt that way.
Of course they did, and so that's what the defense attorney should do: is put yourself in that position.
Yeah.
And then, how would you feel if you were protected by this gentleman?
Yeah.
So.
It looks like the jury might get it today. They're thinking the closing arguments will probably last up until about lunch today, and the jury will get it today. And if they don't come to a consensus by the end of the day today, the judge asked them to return Wednesday to continue deliberation. If Penny is found guilty of the manslaughter charge, it's a maximum of 15 years in prison if convicted of the top charge, but they don't give a number on the criminally negligent homicide. Now, I ask this question. We've thrown the word pardon around on me a lot over the last several days. A certain person is about to get inaugurated on January 20th.
Okay, so that'll be 563.
Can you pardon on state charges? Or
that's what I'm thinking.
I don't think you can pardon him.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering if an appeal came down possibly federally. If he did went that route, if went up the chamber,
and there's no hope in Hochul, I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, so, but I mean, it's the jury needs to recognize that. But like I said, you have to consider where you're at. So,
and I think how many in the jury are New Yorkers who are just tired of it?
I think all of New York is tired of it. So, I mean, of course, there's such a full process of jury selection that hopefully, or not hopefully, but they have, I'm sure the prosecution has set it up so that they've got the maximum amount of people that would not be sympathetic towards encountered these things before, and they want someone to step up. It's the Bernard Getz thing all over again. The New York Vigilante back in the 80s. I don't know if you remember that, but shot 5 guys while they were trying to rob it. But anyway, I think people were tired of it at that point too. It had reached the point. Giuliani cleaned it all up, and now it's back again. And they're, I think most people up there are just tired of it.
It's funny. What I remember most is the interview with Billy Crystal as Fernando with Bernard Getz. Listen to Bernardo.
You were wonderful.
You were wonderful. You know you are.
I want the same interview, and that's all right. Anyway.
Mornings in Meridian. I don't know what you hear these great notes. I think he did an interview of Jeffrey Dahmer I think he did something like that, maybe, if I remember correctly. It's like, oh, I don't know about that. Yeah. Mornings in Meridian. Let's take a quick phone call here. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning.
Welcome.
I can't see how, after all this time, anybody that would be sponsored or funded for the Soros, it's almost like they pick prosecutors that are going to cause chaos in society and value the criminal over the innocent.
Let's see. New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Chicago. How about Kamala Harris when she was an attorney general?
What's the ultimate goal? Is it to be able to say racist? There's a bunch of racists out there putting people in jail for no reason. Is that why?
Well, the good news is that the motive is to retain power. It's starting that little wall is starting to crumble a little bit.
Yeah. Thank goodness Jeff gone is gone.
Yeah.
See, there's case in point right there. Exactly.
Yeah, and after all Rudy Giuliani did for New York, Times Square was all peep shows, drug dealers. I can't believe New York went much over that. It just doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, yeah, it's crazy.
The only thing that kind of gives me a little bit of heart is that I was watching them. They were playing reruns of the first Rocky movie on Fox News this morning. They were talking about Sylvester Stallone's interview with Sean Hannity.
I saw that. Yeah.
And he was running through a section of Philadelphia that was just totally, just one big mess. I said, "Oh, okay. These cities have been in a mess for a long time now. It's not just our current. It's not just current news. It's for decades they've been a mess."
Yeah, that movie Philadelphia came out about AIDS and drug use.
Yeah.
I mean, that was what 20 years ago, 25 years ago.
Probably so. Yeah.
Philadelphia's a mess.
Yeah.
It is.
But anyhow, my goal is to be able to run up those steps just like Sylvester Stallone did. Wait a minute, he was like in his 20s, wasn't he?
Good luck on
that. Yeah. Very good show. Hey, good call. Thank you for that. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right. It's Mornings in Meridian. And of course, let's talk about somebody who is got it all together because they are a person involved in their community, making Meridian better. And they're also making your pocketbook better by saving you money on insurance. And I'm talking about Jeffrey Wilson at State Farm Insurance.
Making Meridian great again.
Hey,
doing it very
Mama.
Mama. All right. You know, when you combine your home and auto insurance with State Farm, you can save an average of $889. An average could be more, might be less, but could be more than $889.
Most likely more.
All you got to do is just as easy as call Jeffrey Wilson, 601-483-8253. Call him today, and you can save right here in Meridian. It's very important that you know your organization. Of course, everybody in town knows Jeffrey because he's involved with all kinds of civic groups. And have that claim that you need to file, you just call him, and he is going to go to bat for you. He will make sure that you get the most amount of money. Exactly. And a home run.
Out of the park.
All right. Out of the park with Jeffrey Wilson. That's it. He will get you the most money that you deserve, claim that you file. And, of course, he's available day and night. All you need to do is call him, 601-483-8253. Go by and see him in his nice office there at 2401 Highway 39. Like a good neighbor. Jeffrey Wilson is there.
Absolutely.
Jeffrey Wilson.
All right. We're going to take a quick break, come back, finish the show. Stay with us. There's still more. Don't go anywhere.
It's the most
Elvis. Pretend that he is Parson Brown. Oh, yes. All right. It was on this day back in 1968, NBC, when it was a real big network. It aired the classic Elvis comeback special. Yes, he got out of doing all those crazy movies that the Colonel had him doing, and he's doing what he wanted to do, and that's entertain his fan base.
What year was the comeback special?
1968.
How many comeback specials did he have?
I think that was
4 or 5. Oh, okay.
Okay. That was it there. But yeah, I saw a documentary not long ago on him in that regard. Well, that's it for today, fellas. Let's meet here tomorrow and do some more radio. What do you say?
Okay.
We do
All
it.
right. And we'll get to open up another door of the Advent calendar and see what wonderful treat we have. Also, we'll take more of your calls, and we'll just get another day closer to not only Christmas, but Ms. Branning's victory.
You're right.
Maybe.
All right. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.